Caine and Abel minus Caine equals Abel. I'm going to be watching the trailer and let you guys know my thoughts and theories on what I think is going to happen in the Amazing Digital Circus finale. The Amazing Digital Circus, spoiler warning. Now, where we last left off in episode 8, Caine is unalive. So the world around them is going to start falling apart because this whole world was fabricated by the AI Caine. We have some bubbles in the top right corner. If you guys look over here, we are really reaching here, but Bubble, you were the one who kind of influenced Caine to be evil. So is this actually a reference to Bubble? Now, guys, I do know that the bubbles have always been there in the digital circus, but it's there. So is this intentional? We gotta go frame by frame. They said, are you sure? They're all looking at Kinger. They're asking Kinger, are you sure that Caine is deleted? Is he over? Is he gone? Is he defeated? So what's really interesting here, right? If Caine is deleted, now the characters have to see, is it possible for them to escape the digital circus now that the AI is gone? They were trapped in here. Was he the one who was making them trapped in here to force them to be in here? But the other question here is, was Caine their only way to escape? Because if Caine is gone and he was their only way to escape, then they're kind of cooked. And honestly, it might take someone in the real world to help them get out of here. Like if all the characters are wearing headsets, they might need someone on the outside to take off the headsets that they are wearing. Well, what do we see here, guys? What do we see here? Gangle and Zubul? I know Yuri when I see it. Thank you. They're confiding in each other, right? Because what is left for them on the outside world? They don't know. Are they trapped in here? That's what they're wondering. Ragatha, you are feeling really down and upset. Someone's reaching out a hand to you. Could it be Pomni? Pomni is the one who serves as the emotional comfort in this scene. Pomni is going to play the character that is the ray of hope. Everyone's spirits are defeated. Pomni is the one who has to bring joy to the group. I feel like Kinger is also going to assist in that as well. It's also really interesting too that everything is dark. So if you remember with Kinger, he has the most clarity in his mind and his thoughts when the lights are off. So I wonder, now that the world is all dark and gloomy, is Kinger not gonna have to wear a bucket anymore in order to have his full mind intact? If so, I could see him playing a very supportive role here emotionally for all the other characters. But it could be interesting that maybe he feels really upset because technically it's his fault that Caine is deleted, and he might feel a lot of guilt, which could lead to abstraction for Kinger. And Kinger's also the oldest one, so it would kind of make sense if he's the next one to go. Because I feel like the series has been hinting that Jax is gonna be the one that's abstracted. I mean, we've seen him get pretty close, but I feel like this is one of those things where you might do a little plot twist, and I feel like the good plot twist here would be Kinger.
Please, just now. We have nothing.
Jax is really about to crash out in this. Bro was already crashing out, and that's when they were doing silly, fun, happy circus games. Now the world is dark and gloomy, and he has no hope, and he knows that this isn't a dream. Like, this is reality.
Please, just now. We have nothing.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Predictions here. I think slowly the world around them will start to fall apart and crumble. Caine isn't there to uphold everything anymore. In the previous episode, we did see that they can use their imagination in order to summon things into the world, which is kind of what Caine was doing. They are still within this technological system world. Just because Caine isn't here doesn't delete the fact that they also have abilities. So I think they can use their personal abilities to still summon things into this reality. The episode/movie is just going to start off with them feeling very defeated, but ultimately they'll realize that they do have the power to continue to summon things like Caine used to. But what's going to be really interesting here is that it is possible that the characters could turn on each other. Somebody's got to be the villain. And I mean, Bubble is obviously like not looking too good there, but I'm feeling like one of the characters is going to turn on them. And it's looking like Jax might play that role. Yup. So Kinger is going through it. I guess he still does need the bucket to have the full darkness effect. Yeah, he feels the most guilt out of everyone, and I think he is going to be the closest to abstract. Now that Caine isn't around to like keep this world all together the way that he was before, that also means that the abstractions could escape and run free. Just like all the characters are still here, the abstracted characters are probably also still here.
Wait a minute.
And if the abstracted characters are still here, that could mean that Kinger is going to be reunited with Queenie. And maybe reuniting with Queenie is what makes him realize he would rather stay in this digital circus world with her than to go to the real world and be without his love. I think we're cooking a plot here. Jax, he has the static going on inside him. This is giving me visual motif for abstraction. His mind is going fuzzy. It's gonna be even harder for him to keep composure. I think the characters right now are the most at risk. In a way, Caine was a form of safety for the characters, right? Like, you're in this world that you have no idea what's going on. You don't know why you're trapped and why you can't return back to where you were from. But Caine was consistent. He was a constant, and he was kind of predictable in a sense of like, okay, he's gonna put us through another trial, but he's always going to be around. Now that they've lost that constant, this is where now the characters' sanities are the most at risk. We love this. We love this. Ragatha, Pomni, and Zubul, they're looking fine. Are they probably extremely shocked at whatever they're seeing? They're probably seeing Jax or Kinger about to be abstracted. But you know what? As long as Zubul, Pomni, and Ragatha, and wait, where's Gangle? Guys, where's Gangle in this shot? I don't like this. The characters that are not in this shot are Bubble, Kinger, Gangle, and Jax. I'm gonna think that this is a fight, right? There is gonna be some kind of fight between Jax and Kinger. Kinger's gonna feel really upset, really guilty, like, I didn't mean to delete Caine, guys, I'm so sorry. And then Jax is gonna be blaming Kinger. He's gonna be attacking Kinger. He's gonna be like, it's your fault we're stuck in here. I can't believe you. I can't forgive you. I won't forgive you. Jax villain arc? I mean, outside of abstraction, it's just gonna be pure rage. Bro is not looking too angry here, honestly. He's a little shocked, a little uncomfortable. It's Ribbit. Ribbit is standing behind Jax, guys. And that's why he's in a dark room. Ribbit is abstracted and standing behind Jax. And that's why Jax's pupils are becoming small, because he's like, they're right behind me, aren't they? We are cooking here.
What do we do now?
I really wanted to help.
If Zubul is looking this upset, something happened to Gangle. You see this expression? It's Doomed Yuri, isn't it? Remember what I said about Doomed Yuri? Do not destroy my Yuri. Okay. The moon and the sun, the days are changing. They can't control it. They can't keep it together. They have to keep their minds and their sanities intact. Otherwise, the world around them will start to fall apart. And they'll notice this the more upset that they get. Write that down. We got Jax turning around. Whose room is he in right now? They're in the hallway with the rooms, with the pictures of the people. They're realizing that the abstractions are going to start running loose, right? Gangle is crying. Ragatha is stressed. Pomni is stressed. Zubul is stressed. Jax is in the middle. Pomni is looking at Jax. Why is she looking at Jax? Jax has his hands out like this. So he's choosing between two options. Am I going to forgive Kinger, or am I going to crash out on Kinger right now for doing this to us? I'm seeing the feelings of betrayal being portrayed. Why are we standing in front of a door? Plot twist. There was another character hiding in their room this whole time.
Wait a minute!
The NPCs, the wooden guy, the wooden doll guy, guys. Abel, is that you? Are you hiding behind the door? Are you gonna show up now that Caine is gone? Wait. Guys. They deleted Caine, remember? And Caine consumed Abel. But if you get rid of Caine, does that mean that all that's left is Abel? If 2 minus 1 is 1, then Caine and Abel minus Caine equals Abel. Guys, I think we're onto something. I know that I sound very sarcastic, silly, goofy. I'm just like so excited. I literally don't know what's gonna happen. And I just feel like throwing all my ideas out there. That's actually just Pomni coming out of this room.
Jax?
Have you ever done something that you regret?
Why is Ribbit here? Oh, guys, we're getting flashbacks. Jax, how close were you to Ribbit? And does Pomni remind you of Ribbit? Before this scene, we saw Pomni opening a door and looking shocked, and then we see Ribbit. So I feel like Pomni is opening that door into Jax's room, and she sees him about to abstract. And in his last moments, as he's about to abstract, he's thinking of Ribbit. And either Pomni is going to be the one to be able to snap him out of that mindset, or she's going to be the one to see him abstract. And she's going to realize that there's nothing she can do to help him. Hold on, what did Ragatha say?
Have you ever done something that you regret?
What if each character has a huge regret in their life? Jax regrets the car accident. Jax regrets he couldn't have done more to save Ribbit. All of the characters regret putting on the headset that got them stuck in this. Kinger regrets deleting Caine. He didn't want to do that. That was an accident. Ragatha might have some regrets towards the relationship with her mother. I know her mom was really toxic, as we saw in previous episodes, or at least it was alluded to us. Gangle and Zubul, that's a tough one for me. I don't know what they're regretting. Are they regretting not confessing to each other and like falling in love? Are they regretting not becoming Caine and Yuri? That's not what this show is about. It's Yuri time, guys. It's a 1-hour series finale. There is a good chunk of plot left. Oh, it's a combination of episode 8 and 9. Okay, so we would rewatch episode 8 to relearn the lore, and then we have another hour attached to that. So then that's episode 9. By the way, guys, for the theatrical experience, the moment that this trailer came out, my sister told me about it, and yeah, I paid for those tickets. When it comes to indie movies, indie games, indie animation, indie comics, I don't play. Fund the arts, people. The moment that this trailer went out, I didn't watch the trailer because I wanted to react to it, but my sister saw it and she went to the website and she secured the tickets. I paid for them, but she secured them. I am so excited. Now, the fact that we saw Ribbit is kind of giving me, we're going to be getting flashbacks to the past, and we're going to be learning from the past to unveil the future. Also, we're gonna see abstracted Ribbit, right? Those are my thoughts and theories, but I am so curious, guys. Let me know your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments, because I would love to read them, and I would love for all of us to read each other's like predictions. And also, what's gonna be really funny is that after the movie comes out, I wanna like almost like look back and see, what did we get right? What did we get wrong? Were we cooking? But I guess only time will tell. Let me know your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments below. I will see you all in the next one. Bye!